The void of space stretched endlessly, silent and indifferent. The ISS Vanguard drifted through the unknown, its sensors sweeping across the lifeless star system. It should have been just another routine survey until the anomaly appeared. "Commander, you're gonna want to see this," Ortega's voice crackled through the comms. His screen displayed a structure, massive, dark, and unmistakably artificial, silhouetted against the dying light of a dead star. Commander Carter leaned in. "How big?" Ortega's fingers danced over his console. "Colossal. It's at least 20 kilometers long. No power, no signals. Just, there." Dr. Lin Wei's voice carried quiet wonder. "It's ancient." She studied the scans. The ship's design was bizarre, impossibly symmetrical, yet strangely familiar. Its hull bore deep scars, remnants of battle, yet it remained intact. "Any life signs?" Carter asked. "Negative," Ortega confirmed. "It's a ghost ship." The decision was easy. They had to go in. The docking maneuver was tense, the Vanguard aligning with a jagged breach in the alien hull. Their boots clanked against the metal as they stepped inside, flashlights slicing through the darkness. The interior was eerily preserved, no bodies, no decay, only silence. Wei traced her fingers over a nearby console. Strange symbols pulsed beneath layers of dust. "This writing, it's not entirely alien." Carter frowned. "What do you mean?" She hesitated. "Some of these shapes, they resemble early human cuneiform. It's almost like..." The ship hummed. A low, distant vibration. Not mechanical, something else. The air shifted, as if the ship itself had taken a breath. Ortega snapped up his scanner. "Did anyone touch anything?" Wei shook her head. It reacted, on its own. The dim emergency lights flickered, casting long shadows. Carter gritted his teeth. "Stay alert. We're not alone in here." Then, from the depths of the ship, a sound, a whisper, almost human. And the darkness listened. The whisper wasn't an echo. It was something else. Something aware. Ortega's fingers hovered over his sidearm. "Tell me you heard that." Carter's voice was steady. "We all did. Stay sharp." The ship pulsed again, a slow awakening. Along the walls, darkened panels flickered to life, symbols shifting like liquid. The air grew heavier, charged with something unseen. Wei stepped closer to the console. The patterns twisted, rearranging into letters. Not alien. Not unknown. Recognizable. Human. "That's impossible," she breathed. Ortega tapped at his scanner. "This tech, whatever it is, shouldn't respond to us. We don't have the right interface, the right biology." A single word materialized on the screen before them. "Speak." Carter hesitated. Then, carefully, "Who are you?" "Nothing." Silence. Then, a voice, layered and artificial, yet eerily organic. "Human detected. Awaiting command." Ortega took a step back. "What the hell?" Wei's pulse pounded. "It knows us. It was expecting us." Carter's mind raced. No known species had ever built something this advanced. And yet, this ship, this relic from the void, was designed to recognize them. "Who built you?" he asked. The lights pulsed. The voice hesitated. Then, finally, "Classified." Carter's jaw tightened. "Classified by who?" A pause. Then, "Command authority required." "Authenticate." Ortega scoffed. "Authenticate? With what?" "We're a couple millennia late to this party." But Wei's mind was already turning. This ship wasn't just old. It was waiting. It had been waiting for them. Then, without warning, a distant alarm flared. A system deep within the ship roared to life, sending vibrations through the floor. Ortega checked his console, face pale. "Commander, we just sent out a signal." Wei's blood ran cold. A distress beacon. The ship's voice returned, but this time, it sounded different. Urgent. "They are coming." The alarm didn't stop. It pulsed in a slow, deliberate rhythm, like a heartbeat shaking off centuries of silence. The ship wasn't just waking up, it was remembering. Ortega's fingers flew over his scanner. We've got a data stream coming through. It's massive. Wei barely breathed as symbols on the screen shifted again, arranging themselves into something terrifyingly clear. A name. A designation. Echo. The voice returned, but this time, it carried weight. Archive access granted. Reviewing last recorded events. The lights dimmed. Then, images, grainy, distorted, flickered across the console. War. A fleet of ships, sleek and dark, surrounded by monstrosities that weren't ships at all. They moved like living things, tendrils of metal and organic mass twisting through the void. The voice continued. Final battle sequence. Origin, human command. Enemy, devourers. Wei's stomach dropped. Human command? The ship responded instantly. Affirmative. This vessel is part of the last fleet of the First Human Empire. Carter's voice was steady, but barely. First. Confirmed. Humanity once ruled the stars. Then the devourers came. They consumed. They adapted. They could not be stopped. Wei's hands clenched. Then what happened? The screen flickered again. More images, worlds burning, fleets crumbling, cities falling into silence. Then, the last entry. A fleet, launching into the dark. Ships like this one, disappearing into exile. Final directive, preserve. Wait. Hope. Ortega exhaled. This means we're not the first. Carter's mind reeled. Humanity's history wasn't lost, it had been buried. And this ship had been waiting for them to find it. Then, another pulse. This time, it wasn't from the ship. Ortega's scanner flared red. His voice was tight. Commander, we're not alone anymore. The stars outside shifted. A shape moved, massive and wrong. The ship responded before they could. Threat detected. Devourer scout inbound. Combat systems engaging. The war wasn't over. It had only been waiting. The void outside twisted as the Devourer ship emerged from the darkness. It wasn't just a vessel, it was alive. A mass of shifting metal and organic tendrils, its form constantly rewriting itself. It had no visible weapons, but that only made it worse. This thing was the weapon. Ortega's voice was sharp. It's scanning us. Carter didn't hesitate. Echo, can we fight? The ship's systems roared online, ancient power surging through long-dormant circuits. Weapons operational. Engaging. The Devourer ship struck first. A pulse of liquid darkness surged toward them, shifting in midair like it was hunting for weak spots. The ship's shields flared just in time, the impact rattling through the hull. Wei gritted her teeth. That was a probe. It's testing us. Carter locked his jaw. Then let's fail that test. Echo responded instantly, deploying primary weapons. The ship trembled as long-dormant cannons came to life. Graviton lances locked onto the target, rail cannons charged. The first shot tore through space, bending light itself before slamming into the Devourer's shifting form. The creature screamed a noise that bypassed the vacuum and vibrated straight into their bones. But it wasn't dead. It adapted. The hole sealed over, its form twisting, learning. Ortega cursed. It's regenerating. Wei's mind raced. This wasn't a fight of brute strength. It was a battle of adaptation. And that's where humanity thrived. She turned to the console. Echo, override protocols. Give me manual targeting. The ship hesitated. Warning, standard protocols. Override. The weapons realigned. She didn't aim for the body. She aimed for the patterns. The ship's shifting points of movement, the millisecond moments where it reformed. She fired. The shot hit mid-shift. The creature shuddered and didn't recover. A chain reaction rippled through its body, breaking it apart faster than it could heal. The Devourer collapsed in on itself, its tendrils curling inward, its form unraveling into lifeless fragments. Silence. Then, Echo's voice. Target neutralized. The crew barely had time to breathe before the real horror arrived. Ortega's console lit up in warning. Picking up new signals. Multiple. Incoming fast. Wei whispered, that was just a scout. Carter's eyes darkened. He looked at the vast, ancient ship around them, a weapon from humanity's forgotten past. Then, his decision was made. He turned to Echo. "We're taking this ship home." The engines ignited for the first time in millennia. As they surged toward the stars, Echo's final message echoed through the ship. "Welcome back, children of the stars."